Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Everything is Crap. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. We're going to do another random run, but I'm going to do all number ones. So, freezing up a little bit there, so we'll take number one and number one. Both of these are kind of whatever. And then yeah, so we'll just do all number ones, and this will be easy because then I won't have to constantly try to remind myself which numbers are which, and then I shouldn't accidentally pick anything. So just number one, super easy. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, just number one. I was like, I'm so used to like having to try to remember like what level I am and stuff. Number one. I think I might have turned the music down a little bit. Live here, very professional of me. There we go, that sounds better. Because music is very good in this game. It's a nice, I think it matches the game very well. Like it's not anything like super grandiose or like explosive, but like I think it's, you're playing a fun little blue blob, and you're evolving. It's got that nice little feel. Okay, with antlers, we do about double damage to our normal attack, but we do take 1 damage. So let's wait to see if we can get some regeneration before we really go into that. If we see some healing food like here, we can obviously use it no problem, because we can just heal back up. Number one, oh, regeneration. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. So, this run isn't terrible so far. I mean, look at our little guy. He's pretty cute. He's just a little, I guess, legless deer, which is very strange. With metal shoulder pads now. I do think some of the evolutions are so funny looking, like the plating, you just get like shoulder pads. It is very funny. Man, it's kind of nice not having to remember, what order to do your evolutions in. I definitely thought it was a very fun concept. The only reason, honestly, I even changed is I think the wheel website was on maintenance because I tried going to it and it wasn't working. So I figured, heck, why not this? It's not too bad. Sure, we've got some decent social. I think expanding on it's a good idea. Mainly because I think the heat and cold adaptation just isn't really that useful. But I mean, it can be. Like I don't want to say that. I think with specific things, that'd be nice. I think with specific things, it would be really good. Like the challenges where you're only out in the desert or whatever, or if you're going like the passive XP via the scales augment. Oh, antlers are physical, but we do already have 4 abilities. So let's go with a level and hope we get an ability attack here sooner rather than later. Oh, an elite little one of these guys. Oh, elites do appear to be faster. Okay, there we go. Only 4 alright, dude. Only 4 mutagen points. So not too, so we need 1 more to level up. Hey, that was my food, dude. Get out of here. Oh, there's another elite down here. Yeah. Because we're close to a level, so we want to try to, oh, I almost took a hit there. Oh, and I did take a hit there. Okay. Oh, and we didn't, okay, well at least it's a legendary, because I didn't pick up the mutagen points before. before I leveled up, so if I wanted to level up my thing there, I wouldn't have been able to. Okay, first boss, Crabbaroo. We have definitely been improving on Crabbaroo. We should. Well, actually, I don't think I want to aggro that guy right before the boss. Ooh, Scavenger. Yeah, being able to get legendary Scavenger here is fantastic. Like, oh, okay, my bad. I wasn't looking. I was looking around the screen for other things to fight. Okay. Oh, I already got messed up in the flow state. I got hit by the first one. So, okay, left, right. Oh, he messed him up. Okay, healing food. We definitely need to get some of that healing food. I would like Crabbaroo to attack this elite here, but... Oh, okay. Did some damage. We got some okay regeneration. Ooh, this is bad. Oh, barely dodged that one. I would really like this bee wolf to attack the Crabbaroo. That hit me? No, that can't be right. Okay. Oh, let's see if I can level up here, because I need some, I could get some plating by leveling up here. Yeah. That's good. Oh, okay, well, I immediately squandered it. Oh, and I cannot use my good attack anymore. Need to get some regeneration here. No, I even dodged! I dodged! My ghost was where I dodged to. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, 1 and 1. I definitely had some bad dodges in there, but that one attack and then that one that killed me, I think were a little questionable. But I think I got hit like 5 times, so 2 questionable, but 3 that it's a skill issue. Definitely feels bad. Ooh, ouch. I do think Bullseye, the one we picked up, is this, where you use your higher physical or ability for your attacks. I think for things like random runs like this, I think are particularly strong, just because it seems like you will end up getting either strength or ability. You're not really going to get both. So if you get a weapon, it'll just be better. So, and it also offers up more options. I do wonder how that works with a thing like Scorpion Tail. So Scorpion Tail does physical damage, but it does ability-based poison. Does that also apply for the poison, or... It'd be interesting. We might find out. Because physical poison, one, sounds ridiculous and is very funny, but also seems like it would be very good, because I think we'd have to go through and check, and I really wish we could see the values easier. Oh, this is going to be bad. Because I think ability has higher scaling, because ability is lower. So for instead of so for instance, Jaws is 0.6 to 1.1. Like, I think a common attack at level 1 would do like 1 to like 1.3 or something, because ability is lower. Well, I guess we're getting some ability as well as physical. Yeah, we need to get out of this snow biome, because these, I mean, that double blizzard, oh, of course, it was right here. Kind of like the meme of the man mining the diamonds. We were so close to where we needed to be. Okay, we don't have tail yet, so I guess we're just going to take the adaptation here. Oh, come on, come here. Oh, I would love an early elite to be able to level up my stuff. Nah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, more physical. Well, there was the option to see ability. Huh. Normally don't see the wolves, the bee wolves behaving with other people with eating. Why does that guy have so much HP? Am I crazy, or is that guy like super tanky for some reason? Normally those guys like die in like 1 or 2 hits. Okay. Oh, that was my Discord. I always think that's really funny, mainly because normally I'm on the receiving end. I watch some people that are pretty liberal about leaving their Discord messages noise on when they're recording, and it's always really funny when I go and check my Discord when that happens. So now I'm passing that on to you guys. So this is really unfortunate. There's the desert, which we don't really want to be in for the boss fight. But over here is the pond biome, which is also very bad for us. So I think we're just gonna try to make the journey. Okay. Okay, there's another forest biome over here, thankfully. Oh, there's a purple fruit over there. Okay, dude. Okay. Yeah, my bite is thankfully doing some good damage. I think dodge penalty is also one of those things that is way better than I think some people think it is. I watch some other YouTubers play this game because I love this game, and I think they don't really think it's that good. I mean, it's one of those things when you only have so many levels, you can only dang it, you can only take so many things, right? So I think it's one that is not heavily prioritized when I think it is really good. I think not getting slowed down when you attack is something that I think allows you to take a lot less damage. Oh, that was 2. They did 3 rights there, brother. I missed the right. I know you don't want them to be too predictable, so you don't have to do anything, but come on. Number 1, speed and terrain adaptation. Honestly, pretty good. Do we want to level this up? Lower cooldowns is always fantastic. Screw it. It is kind of sucking because we are splitting our physical and ability, even though we use the highest one, but it is what it is. I always feel like that's how stuff like that works. I feel like when you don't need the multi-scaling, you get the multi-scaling. And when you do need it, you don't see it. You know, obviously I think that's I forget what it's called. There is I don't know if it's like a theory or like something where the reason why we think that is, oh man, is because of we remember the bad times more. So like if something bad happens to you, you're gonna remember it, as opposed to if something good happens to you. Honestly, I liked this constrict. Let's level this up and give it a try. So, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be like life, you know, just in video games. Like if you get really bad RNG, you know, you're like, oh man, that was terrible RNG, you know, I'm like mad about it. And so you remember it. Whereas unless you get like galactic levels of RNG, you don't really remember it, you know, like I mean this is like you will never get a run or whatever as good as this ever again. I'm sure we all playing games like this, I'm sure we've all had something like that, you know, whether it be like a card game we're playing or something like that. It's just I'm sure we've all just had one of those runs that is like, if someone told you they had a run like that, you wouldn't believe them because of how crazy it was. But because it happened to you, it you're like, wow, okay. So, which is always interesting. I hope we can get more levels of Slither to ignore the terrain modification, because we do have to fight Aquaconda, so being able to ignore the water effect would be fantastic. Also, see, this is one of those moments I'm talking about. I know we can't see them, so maybe they're on the outskirts of our vision, but this is what I'm talking about with, like, spawn generation. I think because we're traveling, like, in one direction, I think enemies aren't spawning correctly or something. I don't know. It's super weird. I do not make video games. I do not pretend to know video games. Generally speaking, I trust developers for the most part, just because it's not easy. So I have a friend that's done game development before, and he actually stopped doing game development with his computer science degree because it stressed him out so much that he just couldn't do it. I think it is also partially because gaming companies right now are being pretty cringe with, they'll launch something successful and then lay everyone off. So I think that also is incredibly stressful outside of just the game development. But like, yeah, he was telling me, I don't remember what games he worked on, or even if he told me because he was allowed to tell me or whatever, but he worked on a game that, he was like assigned a bug that he had to fix, and it was one of those things where, like, because all the code interacts with each other, it just interacting just made it so, like, he couldn't, like, try to fix it without having to also fix or having to rewrite the other thing because it was, like, tethered to it. And it's very interesting. If you didn't know, World of Warcraft has an infamous thing like that with legacy code being so tied into the game. So, like MMOs or whatever, they have bag spaces. And if you create a new character, you always start with a brown 16 slot bag. Like every character on character creation gets the same brown 16 slot bag. And that was very good. And you had like 4 extra bag slots, so like 5 bag slots in total. And over the years, you could, with the tailoring skill, make bigger bags so that you could upgrade your empty bag slots and have bags. And, originally they were like 10, so your original bag was still the best, and they've gone, and they've gone bigger now, where I think it's like 30 or something crazy. I haven't played in a long time. And one of the things they tried to do is they tried to make it so that you could replace that 16 slot bag with another, a player-made bag, essentially, with the tailoring skill. And they found that because it was like one of the first things they wrote when they like originally made the game, that they basically can't change it. Like, it's so deep in the code that it basically can't be changed. Oh, I tried to constrict him there, but he like still hit me. Okay, there we go. So it's very funny. I think the way they've had to do it, or like a solution that they had, is if you did like your... Oh man, I don't know what's doing that. The constrict like made him attack like automatically. That's very strange. Should stop telling this WoW anecdote and freaking play the game so I don't die here. There we go. Jeez. Number 1. Okay, that would be good. Is the wow. I think they had to, instead of you being able to replace. Oh my. Uh, uh, the 2 spine apples got me, and I didn't even see the second one. Vegan, and the first level up will be a boss evolution. Okay. I think this run will be crazy. Personally, I think vegan is insanely OP, especially if you get some early. The issue being is that we have to take the first slot. So, wow. Yeah, see, this is the kind of run where if we took vegan and then took ruminant and then just picked up every single prey, we would get to like level like 60 or 70, and it would be, you'd basically, it'd be a free win, which is kind of why I think the starting genetics that are like, oh, you get a free boss evolution, or every 5 or every 10 levels you get a free boss evolution, I think, while are fun, sometimes it's fun to just do a crazy OP run. I think for like longevity playing, wow, I can't believe we got all of those like right away. It would have been really nice if we would have got all of, oh man, we are speedy. Would have gotten all of vegan, but I think that's why I don't like picking those unless it's in random, because like, while it is fun to be super OP and all that, like, it's not, you at least I personally, I like the challenge, I like it to be kind of difficult. I want it to be, I like the fun, which, I mean, that would be amazing. I wish we could take that. This on top of vegan, which isn't to say that not playing a game in the hardest way isn't fun. I think that's something that I think people who play games that are hard, like playing like Dark Souls games, for example, or other games like that are designed to be hard. I think some of those people are like, no, a game can only be fun if you are playing on the hardest difficulty, and that doesn't make sense to me. Like, everyone has their like own pace and how they want to play and stuff. Wow, we could have gone in a crazy huge build. Legendary Chonky and Legendary Plus Size or whatever it was. That would have been wild. But like, yeah, I do not get that. I think letting people play how they want to is interesting. I will say though, on the flip side, I don't think every game necessarily needs to be accessible to everyone in terms of difficulty. Like, so if, like the Dark Souls games are too hard for you, I don't think that's like, I don't think there should be like an easy mode, I think, and that could be wrong. Like, that might not be like the correct opinion, or that might not be like, maybe not correct is the right word, but not what it should be. Maybe there should always be something for everyone, but I don't know. I kind of see it like TV shows almost. Oh, man, I wish I could take that. Where like, not every TV show is going to be for everyone, not because of one thing or another. Maybe like, for instance, a movie is about medieval times, and you're not really into that. I don't think they should make a copy of that show, but basically make it modern day so everyone likes it. I think maybe accessible is not the correct word. I think accessible is maybe implying something else that I'm not trying to imply, but it is the only word that makes sense to me. Let's see. Ooh, another elite. Oh, I just took 2 hits there from that spine apple. Oh, come on, one more. Okay, and then we need to pick up these mutagen points and get out of here. Oh, but there's 2 points of interest over here. Ooh, don't turn and fight me. Bro, get away from me. Okay. Okay, good. So yeah, let me know what your opinions are about that. I think it's fun to talk about things like that. I think as long as everyone is respectful, I'm totally fine with having talks to people like in the comments and stuff. I think having open forums like that is a good way to just see not have new opinions, but interesting ways to see different people's point of views. And I think something that's important is not think that you're necessarily trying to change someone's opinion. I think that's one thing when people are having discussions that maybe turn into arguments. I think people think other people think their idea is bad or that they're trying to change their opinion or that your opinion is wrong. I think it's interesting just to like talk about like why you like X show or why you like X movie, even if I don't like it. It's interesting to see how people feel and think. So there's basically no real benefit we get out of killing this guy, I guess, except, well, I guess bosses do drop a large amount of mutagen points because we can't eat the meat he drops, and because our first level up was a boss evolution, this guy will not drop a boss evolution, which I think makes this specific genetic more balanced. I think it's because it's essentially like a debt, that you pay later by not getting it from the boss, I think makes it significantly less OP as compared to the one where you get an evolution every 10 levels. Like that one is just, you only have 20 minutes to sit down and play a run and you just want to go absolutely crazy. I think is, I think is basically what that is. Like I think if you wanted to have the strongest run possible, I think the strongest run currently in the game is to Oh, thank you. I think is to go vegan into the boss evolution every 10 levels. Even though you can't eat meat, I think vegan is just so much stronger simply because of the fact that generally speaking, the hardest part of this game is the early game. And I think the second boss, unless you're really struggling, is probably the hardest boss because the first boss is like super weak, like their stats aren't very high. And the second boss, I think, is where things get difficult. I don't know if this is true, and it might just be because, like, it might just be experience biased, but I don't think Aquaconda or Claudia can be the first boss you fight. And I think those two are probably the hardest for different reasons. Well, funnily enough, actually, for the same reasons. I think the Aquaconda making the pond, which restricts your movement, makes it very hard. And then the same thing with Claudia, where I think the summoning the spider webs is to restrict your movement is very, very difficult to deal with. So it's different, but the same. I think Claudia could probably be easier if you, because now that I've relearned that you can kill the spider eggs to prevent them from. Ooh, do I want more dodge? How much dodge do I have? 0%. Ooh, that's kind of. I think this is one of the ones that gives you a bunch of dodge. So, what was I saying? Oh, I think Aquaconda second is probably now the hardest, unless you get his or their AI to bug out, because you can get their AI to bug out very easily, where they're just following you around the rock trying to melee you, but since there's no like direct line to you, they're just like constantly bumping into it and they don't do anything. So I think if the boss worked as intended, I think the Aquaconda would be harder. Okay, surprisingly, and see, it's funny because this is what I was talking about. Now I think we are doing really well with we don't have the genetic that makes it so we use our highest stat. We've gotten some good ability and we have an ability attack. So like we don't need to do any dual scaling or anything here, and we're not getting offered it. And I know that's because of how the this works, the affinities work, and the predator affinity is the one that gives the strength. I just think it's funny that I was talking about that last run and it's ended up doing it that way. Okay, we need to get out of here because those moles are freaking crazy. I shouldn't really be greedy for these, but I still do think it would be interesting if the moles could attack you while you're in one of those hidey holes. I think it just makes sense because they are underground. I just missed 2 attacks in a row. How did I manage that? Ooh, actually, let me get in this. Oh no. Oh, this poor elite bird, all his hidey holes are getting taken. Okay, perfect. And we actually have some good heat adaptation. Oh, wow, that hurt. I hate these frickin' moles, man. Okay, you know what? I ignore a bunch of the terrain, so I'll go into the water. Yeah, 60% terrain, ignoring terrain. Whoa, I want to get close enough that I can get this. Full level. Do I want more senses? Do I want to level that up? Nah. I think another good challenge would be is to only take, though I think it would be very hard to only take certain levels of evolution. So, oh, I can only take them if they're rare or higher, or epic or higher, or legendary, which I think that would probably be even harder than taking randoms. I think it wouldn't be too bad if you used I mean, you'd basically have to use the skip mutagen if you were doing like epic or higher, just because if you didn't know how the skip mutagen works is every time you skip, it is more likely for you to get higher tier next time. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get higher tier next time. Ooh. Arms, huh? Arms is good. Oops, sorry. I was looking away from my screen for a second. My cat was rummaging doing something. But, oh lord. Is there like... Ooh. I think there might have been a pond biome north of where Aquaconda was. Oh, and I dodged into its bubble attack. Well, thankfully we have a crap ton of regeneration. Okay. Those are definitely liars. These are not. So if you didn't know, the spine apples cannot pretend to be healing fruit. So that's always good. So if you see healing fruit, you know not to be too weary of it. Oh, 2 medical mushrooms right here. I mean, we had regen most of it up, but... Oh, get away from me. Bro. Oh, what the heck? I don't think I've ever seen one of those guys melee before. I know you can... Wow, that'd be nice. Well, actually, that's only 5% because I'm getting less size from here. I don't think I've ever seen those guys melee before. I know they can throw stones at you, but that is interesting. Oh, well, I guess I'm taking Sharpen, even though I think, I am interested if it will actually add negative damage. Okay, it does not appear to add negative damage, even though we have a negative Predator rating, which I think is for the best. But it is that would have been very funny. Cat just like stopped moving and acting. Okay, we have 30 mutagen points. Really got to spend some of these on some of our level ups. It'd be really nice if we'd see that last level of vegan. Arms, well, arms is very good. Feeding distance, I think, cannot be overstated how crazy strong feeding distance is. Feeding distance and carrying capacity with cheek pouches, I think is just crazy strong. Like, so much more food can be eaten on the go, and like it's easier to dodge enemies when you're not trying to greed for food and stuff like that. Okay. Headbutts, not really what we're looking for. I think I'd rather have my second attack. And the reason why is, so for people who don't know, you can use both of your attacks like back to back, and they have separate cooldowns. So you actually want to be using, so you go like first attack, second attack, first attack, second attack. Like it's the best way to do maximum damage. I still don't know if 100% heat adaptation is... Okay, I guess I'll take legendary courting. What would be, you know what? Oh, and I didn't select it because I forgot Sharpen is an ultimate. Well, I'm not gonna be able to select that until next level up, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to get one of the two legendaries that were like right around here. Okay. Especially a legendary one of these guys. So the raccoons give you negative food progress. So what that means is that it's less required to level up. Now, I don't know what kind of cat, and I didn't switch it. I was yapping and I didn't switch. I don't know what kind of like upper limit that has, because the higher your social, the more you can have. So right now I can have, well, it says maxed charm allies 2, cap 12. I don't know what that means. Does that mean we can only have 2 or we can only have 12? So how I would interpret this as maxed charmed allies 2, cap 12, is that if you have one of the AoE charms, you can only charm 2 at a time. So like if you were in a group of like 15 guys like we are right now, we couldn't charm all 15 of them. Is how I interpret that. I do not know if that is correct, but that seems like that would be the most logical thing for me. Bro, I really need these cats to go away. I do not know why they do so much damage. Oh, we are in some bad places. What dodge are we up to? 45%? I mean, that is good. We are definitely... Oh, and the boss is coming soon. I did not realize it was quite that close. So we basically do no damage. I mean, 20 is not bad, but it seems like this is definitely going to be a run and stall them out fight, as opposed to fighting them. Well, I have just enough speed that if I go in a straight line, Claudia can't catch me, which is nice. I do think it is weird that bosses can fight other enemies, but can't hurt each other. Which is also very strange, because if you noticed, Crabbaroo just... Okay, just camping my body. Just destroyed one of Claudia's cocoons, though, but they can't hurt Claudia, which is very strange to me. I don't get the reasoning behind that. Oh no, I was really hoping Crabbaroo attacked me there. Oh, I think I sold. Yep. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I got close to Crabbaroo because I wanted it to attack, and then I wanted to slide away, so while it was in its 3-hit combo, I could kill the cocoon and then run. But it didn't. It stalled its attack, and then I got stuck on the cocoon. Unfortunate. It was a good time though. It definitely was nice having less brain power to try to remember all the runs we did, or which ones we had to pick. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good time. I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.